Today trading was amazing. I traded AMD and Tesla successfully. Especially AMD was very nice, even though I didn't make a lot of money on that, but the trading was very, very amazing. So AMD and Intel, both of them gapped down because there was news that China government agencies cannot use AMD and Intel chips. It's just part of the trade war that they have. Right. Good morning, everybody from anywhere in the world. I am in Prague right now, in Czech Republic. So we had a really good meetup in Berlin, and then I'm here for 2 nights in Czech, and then we have a really nice meetup with about 10 of our traders in Prague. Today trading was amazing. I traded AMD and Tesla successfully. Especially AMD was very nice, even though I didn't make a lot of money on that, but the trading was very, very amazing. So AMD and Intel, both of them gapped down because there was news that China said that the government agencies cannot use AMD and Intel chips. It's just part of the trade war that they have. But interestingly, both of them rallied significantly, especially AMD. Jared called AMD for a long at around 9:45, around 9:40, 45. I took the trade exactly. So as you see here, it rallied, come back to the VWAP. So we went long at around 175 here, and I added more at around 176, and partialed out, and after this big pop at 177, we continued all the way to the previous close. So we got almost 3% out of AMD trade. Very, very nice trading. As you see, this is some sort of a ABCD pattern that you buy at the breakout of the ABCD pattern. I added more and all the way up to the previous day close. So we had all of this of S4, S3, S2, S1 to the previous day close to completely partial on that. And that turned out to be a very, very nice $7,000 trade. I had another good trade on Tesla, and then I had the Intel and Nvidia. Intel was my biggest loss at the open. That didn't work. It eventually turned out to be a nice trade, but I didn't take it. Nvidia was also a trade that I took, but I really didn't take that trade because I didn't want to mess around. And I had some TNA as a swing that I sold right at the open. So overall, it turned out to be a very, very nice day. But let's see what was the biggest loss that I had. Again, Intel was the same trade that, as I mentioned, the news came out because of the China, rallied up very nicely. And then I said, okay, this is going to be opening range breakout. I went long, it dropped to the VWAP. I added a couple of times and eventually lost the VWAP, and I got a stop out, and that was my biggest loss. It came back up. I went long again, but I really got a stop out because I didn't think that this is going to be a good trade, and I just leave that Intel alone. And as you see here, eventually turned out to be that trade that I was expecting, to recover all these couple of percent losses, and as you see here, still continuing going higher. But again, it was really not tradable before 9:45. So, and you never know. You actually have to get out of it to really see. You really can't make a decision just based on the instinct. You have to look at the price action. Nvidia was very nice. Nvidia really sold off and then came back up, rallied really nicely, and then hit all of our scanners. The all-time high is at 973. So I went long here for the break of the high of the day. Because I had a really good day, I didn't really want to mess around. I got out of it, but as soon as I got out of it, 2 minutes after that, you see it really broke out. So this is again like a very nice ABCD pattern. After that, it popped up. So unfortunately, I wasn't in there. And I think NVIDIA still has the potential to go to all-time high. So if I go into the daily chart here, what you see, all-time is at 973.79. It really broke out of these levels, and the only thing that is left is 973.79. I think $1,000 is probably very close to NVIDIA, to reaching to the NVIDIA. So that was a trade on Tesla. Tesla was gapping up. So actually, Tesla was gapping down actually, and then at the open very, very strong, really nice opening range breakout. I noticed it a little bit late, but I went long. Heavy, popped up, sold to R4, and the pullback I added. The time and sells was really, really strong, and eventually, I got out of it completely here from 173 to 174. But one thing that I wanted to mention is the power of the community that we had. So first of all, on NVIDIA, I have a couple of screenshots that I want to show it to you. So when NVIDIA hit at 948, we saw that people mentioned that in the chat room, and I saw that huge ask sitting at 950. That's almost 1,000 lots, more than 1,000 lots sitting at 950. And I knew it's I kind of knew that this is gonna go break out of 950. It's gonna continue going higher. So look at the time. Timestamp is very important here. If you look at it, so 950.59. So we knew that this is gonna go break out. And look at the time. I'll go to the second picture. 951.18. Boom, $3. It popped up through $3. And again, I took another screenshot. If you go 952.06, like 20 seconds later, boom, 954.55. So as you see, it really did break out higher. And I kind of knew I should have jumped in actually now here. That would have been a very, very nice. But unfortunately, I didn't. So that's that's essentially the trades that we did today. And then another picture that I want to mention and to use that Jared very nicely called it AMD long heavy at the 842. That's what I actually saw that. And then at 846 he broke out. He said boom, and then he said I just made 5R, which is amazing. And also at 846 he said that I'm holding for previous day close. And I did mention that, Jared, this is a little bit unlikely that AMD is going to go back to the previous day close, but he said no, based on his analysis of the daily chart, there is a potential bull run all the way to previous day close. And as you see, we did go up all the way to the previous day close. And again, look at the time, 846 is actually the 946 because he's in the time zone of central time zone. So 846 is actually 946, so only 15 minutes into the open. So that's another thing, the power of the community showing these things. But the most regret that I have in today's trading was the Nvidia, that I really, when I saw this huge ask, I took the screenshot. I just didn't really take action based on that, unfortunately. And as you see, it really moved up $20. Like if I usually take 1,000 shares on that, that would have been $20,000 trade. That unfortunately I didn't, but we live another time. So I think the Nvidia is continuing going higher. Tesla is selling off, but I think what we are having on Tesla here is that Tesla is going below 166 is going to give volatility. So this is kind of an inside range right now between 178 to 166. But if you break down below 166, which I think we can, because Tesla is really have difficulty with growth, so we might actually get more volatility coming into Tesla. So Brian, how was your trading?
No, I was okay. I'd traded AMD, but I was watching Apple at the open, so I mentioned it was probably going to pop and drop, and it did. So I on the pop I got in at 170.50, and then it kind of came back up more than I expected. So I got out, and then it dropped again, and then as soon as it dropped below low of day, I shorted it again. So got a nice move on that through below 170. And the other trade I did was a little bit later on, or at least one other trade I did a little later on was BA, kind of put in a double bottom right at 190 and just got in there and started partialing on the way up.
Yeah, amazing. So we have a lot of things that are moving up, like SMCI is also moving up. All these semis are really running up. SMCI from 950 now over 1,000, so $100 move on it. So it's up over 10%. Yeah, there's a lot of unstoppable moves right now happening. Great time to be a trader, guys. And amazing. And if you're watching their recaps, guys, I appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. So we get hopefully over 100,000 subscribers soon. We are only a couple of 4,000 or 5,000 away. If you're a serious trader, if you really want to learn some really good trading insights, so really appreciate that, and thanks for following us, guys. That's it, guys. Well, thank you so much, and really amazing trading so far. And I'm in Prague, so I do miss trading tomorrow, I have to say, and Wednesday, because I'm traveling both of them. So I'll see you on Thursday back in Vancouver. And we have Vancouver meetup, guys, next weekend, not this weekend, the weekend after. It's going to be amazing. It's one of our best events, the biggest, busiest. We have so many amazing guests coming. The focus is on the trading psychology. And we have also the gala style dinner, the 8th anniversary of our community. So thanks for everybody who came and support. And I can't wait to see you and your family members, guys, in Vancouver. And Vancouver is my city. I wanna treat you. Thanks for coming to my hometown. Ciao, guys.